Welcome back once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, we've got the RFC NEXTGEN Light Electric Company ARCA Menards K&N Series heading to the famed paperclip. That's right, it's Martinsville under the lights here tonight. Round number 13 in season number 2 for these RFC NEXTGEN ARCA Menards K&N Series drivers. Going to be one heck of a night out there for sure. Can Steve Baker repeat and walk to victory lane once again as he did last week, coming off that race win at North Wilkesboro? We'll have to wait and see how it all shakes down. Thanks for joining us here tonight. As always, I am Darkside Dave in the Cave here in the Turn 3 Racing Network booth, bringing you all the action from the track here at Martinsville for the RFC NEXTGEN Light Electric Company ARCA Menards K&N Series. Man, I tell you what, it is going to be one heck of a night out there tonight. Man, oh man, the Virginia Adopt a Senior 150 is going to be one heck of a show. A lot of action down there on track already. So I tell you what, let's see if we can't jump out there with the driver making a few laps around there. Let's see if we can't get a little bit closer to the action there. You see a few drivers. Brian Mescal Jr. hitting pit road this time. So I tell you what, let's go back here and take a look at this 38 of Derek Robinson as he continues to shake down his car here in Happy Hour. Happy Hour looking a little bit like this right now. Top of your speed charts, that 49 of Troy Radford, always fast, week in and week out. You can find that 49 up there somewhere at the top of the charts. Speaking of the top of the charts, your point standings coming in to tonight's race look a little bit like this. Katie Osmond, Mr. Consistency himself, sitting on top of your point standings coming into tonight's race. Katie has visited victory lane only one time this season. Steve Baker as well as Chris Medford visiting victory lane twice. The only two drivers to do so so far this season. Lance Yancey with a very good season so far, sitting right there in second, just 74 points back. 74 points, still a lot to make up, but there is still a lot of racing left to do here in the RFC NEXTGEN Light Electric Company ARCA Menards K&N Series. So a long way to go to make up a lot of ground. You can see a lot of different battles all throughout this field. Brian Snare, Roy Hyde right there battling for top 5 in the point standings. Some more battles around the 10th spot, 15th. There you can see Troy Radford just inside that top 15, sitting in the 14th spot in your point standings. And a little bit of a surprise back through here. You can find Gordon Larson Jr. Gordon Larson Jr. not able to go to victory lane yet this season, but he has been pretty consistent, just not turning in the finishes quite that he needs here as of late. So look for Gordon Larson Jr., that 01, to try to I don't want to say flatten the curve because of all the circumstances, but try to stop the bleeding, if you will. As you can see, a few more drivers back here. The 17th position, 76 of Chuck Mobley. He's been to victory lane, but hasn't been very consistent throughout the rest of the races this season. So he finds himself back through the point standings coming in to tonight's race here at Martinsville, the Virginia Adopt a Senior 150. As drivers continue to make their way around the track, we see we've got about, it's close to about 25, 26 drivers out here tonight trying to make the field for the Adopt a Senior 150 here from Martinsville Speedway. So a lot of drivers out there. I'm not quite sure what the strategies are. Haven't really been on pit road with that many of the drivers. So I tell you what, let's see if we can't dial up one of the drivers. Let's see if we can't get a brief word in with one of the drivers out there on track. Let's see if we can't dial up that 57 of Damon Cox. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Howdy, Dave. How you doing, my man?
Doing good, doing good. How about yourself, brother?
Oh, can't complain.
All right. Well, man, paperclip short track. Gonna get a little bit crazy. How's the track feeling out there for you and the crew?
Actually, Dave, the car's not too bad. I mean, we can go 80-some laps on a tank of fuel and tires for that matter. Limited sets, of course, tonight. But no, the car feels good. We can just stay out of trouble, and I think we'll be okay.
All right, my man. Well, haven't been to victory lane so far this season. Do you think coming to a short track where you never quite know what's going to happen, you think you got what it takes to get up there inside the top 5, maybe crack into victory lane?
That's my hope and my plan, Dave. If we can keep it clean and get through to those last 20 laps or so, I'm going to give it all I got. But, yeah, always confident with the car and the crew. Hopefully we can make that work.
All right, my man. Well, Damon, I appreciate you taking a moment to talk to us here in the booth for a second. So before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the side of that car?
Well, yeah, definitely want to thank you guys for you doing an awesome job with Turn 3. I'm actually sponsoring this race tonight, so this is a big dedication to all the 2020 high school graduates who didn't get a chance to have a normal graduation. That's kind of what that's all about. So, yeah, and I also want to thank, of course, my family for letting me do this.
All right, my man. Well, good luck and elbows up.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it.
All right, there you have it. A few words from tonight's race sponsor, the driver of the 57, Damon Cox. Heck of a little deal there to just give a recognition to all of the seniors that kind of got some stuff kind of stolen from them, I guess. You know what I mean? Some life experiences taken away due to all of the COVID and pandemic and things of that nature. You know how that kind of has wreaked havoc and continues to do so throughout the world right now. So, hats off to Damon for sponsoring a race, bringing notice and recognition to all of the seniors out there. So, hats off to all you graduates. We'll see you in college this year, Well, all that being said, looks like happy hour beginning to wind down to a close. Looks like we've only got about 30 seconds or so remaining here in qualifying in happy hour before we head off into qualifying. So drivers going to begin to bring their cars to pit road. There you see them all heading to pit road now. As the checkered flag flies, red flag being displayed out there for practice. Green flag being displayed now. Qualifying underway here tonight at Martinsville Speedway in the Virginia Adopt a Senior 150 live here from Martinsville Speedway on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Thank you all for joining us here tonight. As always, I am Darkside Dave in the Cave, bringing you all the action here trackside. Looks like Thomas Light, driver of the 98 machine, he's jumped out there on track, so we'll join him on his qualifying laps here from Martinsville. Looks like we've got quite a few drivers out there on track right now in qualifying, so we'll continue to watch and keep our eye on a few of the drivers as Derek Robinson, Brian Littleton, Katie Osmond, Gordon Larson Jr., Chris Medford all hit the track. As of right now, Derek Robinson sitting on top of the speed charts. Travis Arthur sitting in second, crossing the line now. Thomas Light goes top of the speed charts. Quick time, 20:28. 20:15 being posted now by Chris Medford. He'll take the top spot on the speed charts. Brian Skill Jr. slotted in second. Now back to third. Thomas Light coming off of turn 4, crossing the stripe. Little bit of a wiggle out there by that 98. That's going to slow him down. Only good enough for 6th on his second time lap. Tell you what, we'll jump out there with the 6 now of Eric Blount as he's on his timed laps. 9 drivers putting in a qualifying time so far. That's close, or inching closer to about halfway on the field. Eric Blount now crossing the line for the first time, going to 9th on the speed charts with his first time lap. Troy Radford, Matthew McMeekin, Roy Hyde, all out there on track still. Jimmy Hetrick turning his second time lap in right now as we watch Eric Blount make his way off and round goes the 6th. And he's going to come to a crawl and now beginning his famous backwards second lap. That 00 of Roy Hyde looking him right there backwards through turns 1 and 2. See who else is out there on track. Looks like the 49 of Troy Radford out there right now as having a little fun. That 00 of Roy Hyde. We'll check in with Troy Radford as he makes his way down the backstretch and into turn number 3. Coming out of turn number 4 now, coming to the stripe for his first time lap as we inch just to about the 3-minute mark here in this 10-minute qualifying session. Top of the speed charts on his first time lap. He's going to shut it down. Troy Radford with the quick time 20:11 here tonight. Melvin Young, driver of the 10 machine, he's out there on his time lap. We'll see where he can shake on out. A little bit of trouble sideways there for the 10 of Melvin Young. This is going to be a throwaway lap. As Damon Cox now jumps into his car, he'll begin his time lapse. Eric Blount now finishing his time lapse as well. He'll slot into the 15th position. Melvin Young slotting in 17th, and that's going to shut his chances on down. We'll jump out there now with driver of the 57. That is Damon Cox as he's on his qualifying laps here from Martinsville Speedway. Cox going to 12th on the speed charts as it looks like that's going to pretty much do it in for qualifying as Travis Smith sitting in his car, not really going anywhere right now, but just kind of hanging out in the car. So as it looks like most of the field has turned in their time laps, or at least the drivers that are going to turn in a time lap have done so. So far, 19 drivers to turn in a qualifying lap. We've still got about 6 of them sitting on pit road. We've still got just a little bit over halfway left here in this qualifying session from Martinsville Speedway in round number 13, season number 2 in the RFC NEXTGEN Light Electric Company ARCA Menards K&N Series here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We're going to step away from the track for just a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Back track side here at Martinsville Speedway, right at the 7-minute mark here in our 10-minute qualifying session. Nobody else going out there and trying to lay down a qualifying time. So it looks like the driver of that 49 machine, gonna walk away with the pole position. So we'll see if we can't get a few words in with our heir apparent to the pole position here tonight. Driver of the 49 machine, Troy Radford. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
I do, Dave. How are you doing today?
Doing pretty good, my man. How about yourself?
Hey, pretty good. I'm sitting on the pole tonight, so I can't complain too much.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, qualifying pretty much wrapped up for you here. Still have a few bullets you may have to dodge, but I believe you're going to be able to get the job done. So congratulations. Hats off with your pole position here tonight. Does that make you feel any safer out there here at this tough short track?
You know, I always love Martinsville, and it's always held a special place in my heart, and I've won quite a few races here, so I like to think that my chances are pretty good, but at the same time, it's Martinsville. It is a total crapshoot at times, just depending on what's going on, so, you know, I think I've got a good shot at it tonight, but, you know, it's all about not making mistakes. It's so easy to lose, especially off the corner on restarts here. I mean, I've lost many races here, just, you know, accelerating stupid off the first corner.
All right, Troy. Well, once again, congratulations on tonight's pole. Before we let you go and climb in the car and get ready to go here and try to walk away with a race win, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the side of that car?
You know, first of all, a big thank you for the sponsorship out there tonight with Damon Cox with the Virginia Adopt a Senior 150. Of course, we got a light team tonight. We got a couple of guys on vacation, got a couple of guys who couldn't get their internet going. So I know from our team standpoint, it's me and Chris tonight. So I'd like to say hi to all the Falcon guys out there that aren't racing.
I hear you, my man. Well, good luck. Elbows up.
Thank you, brother.
All right, there you have it. Some few words from your pole sitter here tonight. Driver of that 49 machine, Troy Radford. And with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's head trackside for your national anthem. We'll be right back with all your green flag action here from Martinsville Speedway.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
The sounds of the jets flying over, the engines coming to life on track. One thing left to be done tonight, and that's to determine your race winner here in the Virginia Adopt a Senior 150 from Martinsville Speedway. Your starting lineup looks a little something like this. Starting inside row number 1, pole position, driver of that 49 machine, Troy Radford. Starting to his outside, the 84 of Chris Medford. Row number 2, the 88 of K.D. Osmond, and the 1 of Dustin Ping. Row number 3, the 38 of Derek Robinson, and the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. Starting inside row number 4, the 80 of Brian Littleton to his outside, the 45 of Brian Snare. Row number 5, Thomas Light in his 98 machine, and Cody Terry, driver of the 22. Row number 11, the 01 of Gordon Larson Jr. and the 57 of Damon Cox will round out your top 12. Pace truck ready to duck off. We're set to go green flag racing, this time by long way around field, coming to the restart box. Green flag gonna fly here at Martinsville Speedway. Troy Radford on the gas. Field down into turn 1, double file. Everybody well and clear. No incidents into turn 1. Everybody looks clear coming down the back stretch. Looks like a little bit of a shake there for a few of these drivers as Radford begins to pull away. Oh, contact, and a driver goes around the 84 of Medford. Cars stacking all up now on the front stretch. Oh my goodness, let's take a look back at this one. There you see the contact of Derek Robinson into the 84. The 84 collects the 80, the 01, the 24, the 98. All involved. One more look at this one. Oh my goodness, just a stack up. Nowhere to go for a ton of these drivers out there. Very early in the evening to be dealing with some issues. Multiple drivers caught up in our turn 1 incident. Coming off of turn number, our lap 1 incident. Sorry, not turn 1 incident. Lap 1, turn 4 incident. Contact between a few drivers stacking up the field, catching a good handful of cars up in that mess. So a few drivers going to elect to hit pit road this time by field. Makes their way back behind your Chevy Silverado pace truck. '84 of Chris Mefford on to pit road. The 80 of Brian Littleton also going to pit road. Those are two drivers that were involved in that latest incident here very early from Martinsville Speedway. Very long way to go here tonight to be caught up in some damage, but it's short track racing. You can get out there. You can beat and bang a little bit. You can mix it up a little bit. You don't necessarily have to have all the fenders straight on the machine at the end of the night, but it sure makes the drive a lot easier. We have seen some pretty torn up race cars at the front of the field here at the end of a race here at Martinsville Speedway, and I mean, I tell you what, it's under the lights, baby. It's a whole new atmosphere here tonight. Short track racing here, Sunday night short track action. Old school style, Arca Menard K&N Series cars. Man, I tell you what, this is just good old fashioned racing, man. I absolutely love it. These cars, very light on exit. Had the opportunity to get down in the turn 3 cutaway car, turn some laps. Unfortunately, wadded up 2 of them. There will be coming out of my check. Is what it is, though. Field back double file, pace truck down and away. Field coming to the restart box. Radford gonna wait to hit the gas, on the gas, and green flag flies once again here at Martinsville Speedway. Off to a good start. The 49 pulls the 88. No problem. KD looking to try to slot just behind that 49. Dustin Ping in the 1 machine. He's well and clear. Brian Maskell Jr., he's going to take the 4th spot away as Thomas Light in the 98. He's battling now side by side with Brian Snare. He's got Cody Terry right behind him. That's for 4th, 6th, 7th. All right there. Yeah, that's right. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, all jumbled up with each other now as Brian Maskell Jr., he's making some headway on the front of the field. And oh, we got a driver with his hood up. I believe that was Gordon Larson Jr. No, the 24 riding around out there right now with his hood up. Not sure how. He is getting that John Matthew McMeekin, showing him riding around out there right now with the hood up. More than likely, we're seeing that on our end, and that is not quite what he's got going on his end. So, is what it is on that one. As unfortunately, it looks like Rick Reinert, he has found his way on the pit road, being shown as the only car down any laps being shown down 2 laps as of right now. Back at the front of the field, battle still raging on here between Katie Osmond and the one of Dustin Ping. That is for second and third. Brian Mescal Jr. right there to pick up the pieces in fourth, should anything take place between these drivers right here in front, as we see a long train of single-file cars here at this half-mile paperclip track in Martinsville, Virginia. I tell you what, if you haven't been to this track, it is a beautiful, beautiful little track. It's kind of nestled in the mountains and or the foothills, I should say, of the mountains, kind of in the middle of nowhere. Just boom, racetrack. It's pretty cool, actually. Absolutely love the track. Not a fan of the famous Martinsville hot dog, but you know, to each his own. You know, I'm not gonna hate. After an early caution here at Martinsville Speedway, we have found ourselves under green flag conditions for the last 10 laps at least. Now under our belt as the field begins to settle all in. Troy Radford out there to just over a 1 second lead over Dustin Ping. Dustin has got Katie Osmond breathing down his neck. That is the closest battle on track right now. Battle for that second position between Ping and Osmond. Brian Mescal Jr. sitting in fourth right there, ready to pick up the pieces if something should happen right there. Thomas Light in the fifth position. Cody Terry sixth. Brian Snare seventh. Eighth, Gordon Larson Jr. Caution out on the track, and it looks like Jimmy Hetrick may have been involved in this latest one. We'll take a look back. Ooh, gaggle of cars here backed up. We'll see what happened here. There you see the 48 of Hetrick into the corner. A little bit of help by the 6, and Hetrick goes around. The 00 gets by. Oh, nowhere to go. The 10 sends the 86 around. The 4 comes to a stop. The 80 of Brian Littleton narrowly escaping some more damage very early here. That could have ended up a lot worse than what it was. We'll take one more look at it here. Tell you what, let's go high above with the blimp. There you see the contact right there, and around that 48 goes. And that's all it takes here in the corners of Martinsville Speedway. Just a bump at the right time, and around you go. That's just the way it kind of all happens sometimes at these short tracks in these corners. And as we find ourselves under caution here once again from Martinsville Speedway, we're going to step away for a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
And back trackside once again. Thanks for sticking with us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Back trackside under caution here. Lap 18, field coming to take lap number 19 as we will get the one to go this time by your pole sitter. Troy Radford has continued his dominance on over into the race as he has led every lap out here tonight. Excuse me. Excuse me, sorry about that. Leading every lap out here tonight, Radford continuing what he did in happy hour as well as qualifying, and that's be the fastest on the track. He will have the one of Dustin Ping lining up just to his outside on this latest restart. Field now receiving the one to go. I do believe receiving the one to go now. Yes, pace truck lights out this time by, so Field will get double file this time. We'll get set to fire things off as we go on board with your race leader, driver of that 49 machine, Troy Radford. Radford brings the field through turn number 4 and around to the restart box. Hits the loud pedal and away we go. Green flag here at Martinsville Speedway. Katie Osmond, not a great start back there in the third spot, but good enough to battle side by side now with that one of Dustin Ping. Brian Mescal Jr. under fire now from Cody Terry, breathing down his gearbox. Dustin Ping making that outside lane work, making that one machine work the high lane. Katie Osmond not able to drive it down in deep enough to make the one give the spot up yet. Cody Terry working underneath the 33. We've got a battle right here for 4th and 5th. Cody Terry right there on Brian Mescal Jr. Almost contact getting into turn number 3. Cody Terry roots the 33 up out of the way. He's going to take that 4th spot, put Mescal Jr. back to 5th. He's got the 98 of Thomas Light right there behind him. Thomas has got his Light Electric Company, Arca Menards K&N Chevy machine sitting pretty right now in the 6th spot. He's got the 57 of Damon Cox just behind him. Roy Hyde in the 00 in 8th. Travis Smith now running in 9th, back to 10th as him and Brian Snare, they mix up the positions. There you see the 9 digging on the bottom, trying to take that spot away. Things calming down just a little bit through the front of the field as Radford has now stepped out to a 7/10 of a second race lead. There you see him right there leading the field. He's got Dustin Ping and Katie Osmond in tow, but those two have been battling between each other, and that has let Radford step away just ever so slightly lap after lap that last time by. Radford just 3/100ths of a second faster than Osmond. Osmond able to make the pass on Ping, put Osmond to 2nd, and now he's going to set his sights in on your race leader. Tell you what, we've got some words, so I tell you what, why not? Let's go back here now with one of our onboard camera shots back here with the driver of that 00. Let's go on board now with Roy Hyde as he runs in the 8th position. Oh, as caution comes out, driver going around. Looks like that may have been Eric Blunt involved in this latest one. We'll take a look back here with our turn 3 replay. And oh, actually looks like maybe that may have been Mark Vyers going around there. You see Vyers sliding. Ooh. Looks like that may have been the cause of our latest caution. We'll take one more look back, and yes, indeed, that's what they're going to call it, as Vyers losing. Oh, big time moment there for your race leader, Radford, in the entire front of the field. As Vyers spun the car around right in front of your race leader. That could have been pretty scary there for Radford. Looking to see if the front of the field going to elect to come to pit road yet. No, looks like they're going to stay out all the way back. Oh, it looks like your top 10 at least going to stay out there on track. Nobody electing to come to get the fresh tires just yet. They're going to keep them in the bank. And with that being said, we're going to step away for just a brief commercial break. Pay the bills. You know how it goes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And as promised, back track side already. Short little break. You know how it goes. Field continues to work their way around this half-mile paperclip track here at Martinsville Speedway for the Virginia Adopta Senior 150. And I tell you what, looking through the chat over there on the YouTube, I do see some things related to iRacing as far as many things to pursue. And absolutely right. Today I was actually in the Cadillac over at Monza. Then I was in the Ferrari at Summit Point. And also went out there and took a dirt street stock around Eldora for a little bit. Took the dirt midget out at Eldora as well. So many things to do here on iRacing. I'll tell you what, if you're on iRacing, go ahead and give the RFC NEXTGEN ARCA Menards K&N Series a shout. Try to get out here on track with these drivers as we get set to go. Green flag racing field in the restart box. Radford hits the gas. Green flag flies once again here at Martinsville Speedway down into turn number 1. No problem for the field. Looks like everybody well and clear. Oh, a little bit of contact there between the 33 and the 57 coming out of turn number 2. Everything else looks to be nice and clean. So far, we've got a side-by-side battle back here with Brian Meskel Jr. as Radford begins to step away from the field. We'll join this battle here with Thomas Light, Brian Meskel Jr., Damon Cox, Roy Hyde, Brian Snare, Travis Smith. Man, we've got 5-6 drivers all right here bottled up with each other as Muddy Water Racing's Damon Cox looks to try to make up a spot, try to take the spot away from Dirty Air Racing's Brian Meskel Jr. This battle is for 5th, 6th, and 7th on track. Ooh, big time moment there for Thomas Light. Checking up just a little bit. That's going to give the spot to the 9 of Travis Smith. Now the 84 of Chris Medford looking to take advantage, looking to root his way up into that spot. Medford now going to work his way inside the top 10 as Thomas Light's going to shut the door. Now on that 80 of Brian Littleton. Littleton working underneath the 45 of Brian Snare. Halfway down the back stretch, he's going to take that 11th spot away, looking into turn number 3. As Snare continues to drop through the field, Matthew McMeekin right there on the inside looking to take that 12th spot away from Brian Snare as Snare continues to just fall through the field, being stuck out on that outside lane, just being freight trained, car after car, lap after lap. Meanwhile, back at the front of the field, Mark Vyers with a little bit of a moment right there in front of the race leaders. Once again, he's going to move out of the way, let the entire field go back by, but we've got a potential battle beginning to brew here. Second from third. I apologize. Third on back, Cody Terry, Dustin Ping, Brian Mescal Jr., Damon Cox. They are all right here lined up in the 57 of Damon Cox. He looks to be dialed in right now, looking to go to the inside into turn number 3. Not going to be there just yet. Brian Mescal Jr. is going to keep that top spot for the time being, as your top 2 drivers have kind of stepped away from the field. Troy Radford and KD Osmond out here to about a 2-second lead over Cody Terry, but Osmond has slowly reeled in Radford, and Osmond is looking very, very fast last time by. Looks like Radford actually about a 10th faster than Osmond that last time by. As a battle at the front continues to rage on, this battle back here, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, still raging on, as now the 00 of Roy Hyde, he has been stuck on the outside for the past few laps, and he has dropped from just inside the top 5 to now in danger of falling outside of the top 10. Caution on the track. The 10 of Melvin Young has went around. He's got it right, headed in the right direction, but we'll take a look back here, see what happened. Oh, and just coming off of turn number 4, looks like he got a little tail happy, and around goes that 10 of Melvin Young. There you see it once again. It comes around, and then after getting it corrected, gassing it up, and well, around again he goes. We'll see it right here, trying to get the car going, gassing it up, and oh, just around it goes one more time, right in front of your race leader. Whew. Troy has got to have a lucky charm in there tonight. A lot of things happening just in front of your race leader. And oh my, speaking of in front of your race leader, Radford gonna bring that 49 machine to pit road. KD Osmond gonna stay out on track. Cody Terry electing to stay out on track. Looks like pit road, a very lonely place here for Radford. Looks like Chris Medford only going with him. Travis Arthur, Michael Massengill, Ray Radford, Melvin Young, all on pit road. Only 2 drivers up inside the top 10 going to pit road that time by. Interesting call for a lot of these drivers. We're close to a third of the way through tonight's Virginia Adopt a Senior 2020 150 here from Martinsville Speedway, and about at least your top 8 drivers have yet to hit a pit road. Do have a few drivers kind of sprinkled in there. The 80 of Brian Littleton has been to pit road twice. That is because he was involved in a very early incident here. Lap number 3, turn number 4 is when the 80 of Littleton received some damage. So tough break for him, but he has recovered well, sitting in the 9th position now. Matthew McMeekin has been to pit road. He will restart in the 11th position. Lance Yancey also been to pit road. He will restart in the 13th spot this time. And after visiting pit road, rejoining the field, gonna be way back in the pack here. Very vulnerable spot and situation here for this latest restart for the driver of the 49 machine, her pole sitter in dominant race car so far throughout the first third of the race tonight. Radford will find himself lining up in the 17th position for this latest restart. Back at the front of the field has gotten double file. Pace truck down and away. We're set to go back. Green flag racing once again here from Martinsville Speedway. Katie Osmond brings the field through turn 4 into the restart box, and on the gas, away we go. Katie Osmond fires off, gets a 3-car jump What a great start there by Osmond. Cody Terry, driver of the 22, he was able to slot in the second spot and make his way down in front of Dustin Ping as Brian Mescal Jr. now looks to take that third spot away. And man, we spoke to him in pre-race in happy hour. Damon Cox, driver of the 57 machine, he said he felt good out there, and he has been running good all night long right now. Last driver inside the top 5, knocking on that bumper of the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr., trying to take that 4th spot away and then go see if he can't snatch a podium position here as we work ourselves around the track here. Lap 52 out of the 150 scheduled in the official race distance here tonight for the Adopt a Senior 2021 50. Sorry, mine went completely and utterly blank. Yeah, like, you guys already know that happens. Just saying. Katie Osmond continues to lead the field right now after Troy Radford goes to pit road, handing that lead right over to Osmond. Osmond not able to quite shake Cody Terry just yet. He's got just about a half a second race lead over Terry. Terry with 6/10 over the one of Dustin Ping, who's got the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr., Damon Cox, Travis Smith, Roy Hyde, Thomas Light, and Brian Littleton, all single file, all about a half a car length off of each other, running out of turn number 4. And I tell you what, let's go ahead and throw to one of our newer camera shots out here. Got some of these new age production people, and they said, why not throw a drone out there? So let's throw to the turn 3 drone here at Martinsville Speedway. A great shot as the field works their way off of turn number 4, turn number 2 down the backstretch. As we're keyed in on the driver of the 33 machine, Brian Mescal Jr. looking to make that pass on Dustin Ping. Starting to slowly separate himself from Damon Cox, looking to the inside for a brief moment. Not going to go there just yet, as he is half of a bumper off, half a car length away from the bumper on the exit of 2. Gonna now go back through the field as it looks like we've got a little bit of a battle brewing here between the 6 of Eric Blount, Troy Radford, and the 77 of Lance Yancey. Yancey caught on the outside now. That's going to open up the door for the 84 of Medford. Medford going to follow through down into turn number 3. That's going to drop Yancey 2 positions in 1 lap. Caution comes out. Looks like the 86 of Travis Arthur may have been caught up and involved in this latest one. We'll take a look back here. Ooh, hard contact there for that 86. Let's take a look at it. He's had some previous contact. Looks like just gassing it up a little bit too much on the corner exit and hard into that inside wall. That's going to crinkle the nose of Foreshore. Tough break out there for Travis Arthur and the crew on that 86 machine. But with all that being said, we'll go back up front with your race leaders. It looks like we've got a lot of drivers coming to pit road this time by. Looks like Brian Littleton, Thomas Light, Damon Cox, Brian Snare, Gordon Larson Jr., Eric Blount, Jimmy Hetrick, Roy Hyde, Michael Masongill, Ray Radford, all to pit road this time. Your top 8 drivers staying out on the track. Your top 3 drivers yet to hit pit road in tonight's Virginia's Adopt a Senior 2021 50 here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to step away from the track for just a brief moment. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. backtrack side as the field comes to the green flag here at Martinsville Speedway. Katie Osmond down into turn number 1. He's got Cody Terry just behind him. Oh, contact, and Terry almost goes around. We stay green flag racing here at Martinsville Speedway, but a big time pile up behind your race leader. Oh my goodness, that is going to shake things up for sure. As Katie Osmond steps away from the field, we'll take a look back here at some of the battles going on. Battle now for that second, third, fourth position. Brian Mescal Jr. trying to take the spot away from Lance Yancey. Yancey stuck at the top of the track. Travis Smith looking to work his way underneath. Put Smith into the fourth spot. Now Yancey gonna drop yet again. Drop another spot. That's 3 cars in 1 lap making their way around that 77 machine. He has got to get off the high side. He does so now as he drops outside of the top 5. Put Osmond at the top, at the front of the field. But here comes Radford. Radford with much fresher tires. Osmond, he's pretty much a sitting duck in my opinion. As we continue to watch your race leader, the 88 of Katie Osmond, make his way around the track. The 49 of Troy Radford hot on the trail. Pursuit hot and heavy right now. Radford much fresher tires over I don't even know, at least 20, right at the 20 lap fresher tires as caution comes out. Big one once again. Ooh, I think Eric Blount may have been involved in this latest one. Oh my goodness, this could spell trouble for a lot of drivers. There you see Dustin Ping up the track. Blount goes around. Oh my goodness, Cody Terry up and over. Gordon Larson Jr. helping him back onto his feet, I should say. Ooh, and nowhere to go. Eric Blount into the 57. The 57 just, oh my gosh. I don't even know how to explain this one. Oh, and look at Roy Hyde. Snake by right there on the outside. One more look at this one from above. Oh, my goodness. Roy Hyde narrowly escaping, and that has caught up a good 6 or 7 drivers. Oh, my goodness. Another big one here from Martinsville Speedway. Back at the front of the field, your race leader, Katie Osmond, has come to pit road, and that is going to give the lead back to the very fast 49 of Troy Radford, as he's got Brian Mescal Jr., Travis Smith, Thomas Layton, Roy Hyde right behind him on this latest restart. Well, you know what? I tell you what. Let's see if he has a moment here. Let's see if we can't get in a quick word with the driver at the front of the field, the 49 of Troy Radford. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
I do, Dave. How you doing, bud?
Hey, man. I was worried about you there for a minute. I was questioning the call. You went back out onto pit road, man. You came out in 17th. Man, I was scared for you.
Hey, you and me both, man. I puckered up a few times coming back through there.
Well, was it the driver or the crew chief call?
No, it was definitely a driver call. We've got 3 sets of tires, so in my head, if we get cautions, we're going to split it at 51 and 150. And apparently the rest of the field didn't view it that way, so...
Well, I mean, makes sense to me. I'm not that great at math, but you know that seems to be a good way to split up the race in the night. Well, Troy, you were able to work your way back up into the top spot. Gonna bring the field back to green. How you feeling, man? The car feel good? You think you got what it takes to bring this thing on home?
I think so. I hope so. You know, just kind of depends on the way that plays out. Thanks.
All right, my man. Well, we will let you go. Enjoy your time. You want to give any shout-outs before we let you go?
Just for you guys for being out there. Thank you so much.
All right, well, Troy trying to get back to the crew chief, back to the team strategy, so we'll let him go. Hats off. Good luck. Elbows up, my man. And we'll get set to go back green flag racing, this time by front of the field a little bit different. We're starting to see that Mason-Dixon Motorsports, Dirty Air Racing, Muddy Water Alliance kind of come to the front of the field, as we have got 3 of those drivers inside the top 6. Radford on the inside now, waiting to hit the green, waiting to hit the gas to go back green flag racing. Radford well and away. Brian Mescal Jr. does a good job of getting down in front of the 9 of Travis Smith. Smith now dealing with the 98 of Thomas Light. Oh, Gordon Larson Jr. with a bit of a moment there, almost into the 00 of Roy Hyde. As Thomas Light trying to get down there. Larson Jr. not going to give him the spot. And Thomas Light has got to get down before the rest of the field gets there. Here comes K.D. Osmond. He's looking down underneath Jimmy Hetrick. Osmond going to take that spot away as Gordon Larson Jr. was able to get by the 98. Roy Hyde looking to stick a nose underneath that 98. Not quite there just yet. Ooh, not going to get that position off of turn number 4 as the field continues around the track. Green flag racing. Great shot coming off of turn number 2 down the back stretch. Oh my goodness. Great shot going down the back stretch into turn number 3 right there, being brought to you by the great, the one and only Esteban. You can find his work if you check on down through the description. There you can see where you can click the link. Head on over there, check out some of the camera packs that Esteban has got to offer. All tracks and camera and car cameras being provided by Esteban here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So big shout out to you in everything you do. If you like the shots you see out here on track, head on over there to Esteban and get hooked up. Whether it's the car or the track combos, promise you will not be disappointed. Big shout out to him for everything he does. Head on down in the description and check that on out. Pass being made moments ago by Travis Smith. He's going to make his way around the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. and now set his sights in on the back of that 9 of Troy Radford as we begin to stretch things on out. In fast man for the moment, K.D. Osmond. Man, he is on a tear through the field all the way back up to the 4th spot, now taking that spot away down the backstretch from Gordon Larson Jr. And that's going to put him up to the 4th spot, and he'll look to make short work of that 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. Going to take a brief moment, check back in at the front of the field as Travis Smith as Travis Smith has begun to close in on the rear deck lid of that 49 of Troy Radford. And I tell you what, let's go down there, see what it looks like from the rear of a Radford, because, man, I tell you what, he is closing in and closing in fast. Well, one of these days, Dave will get the right camera. There it is. Man, that's a great shot, isn't it? There you can see the 9 of Travis Smith rolling the center just slightly a little bit better than the 49, able to cut right next to that curb. Radford hanging off of it just a little bit. Ooh, great launch off of turn number 4 back to the stripe that time for Radford. Ooh, there you see the entry and the closing. Oh, bit of a moment there as Radford has to get off the gas. Radford had to jump out of the gas there for just a brief moment. That let the 9 of Travis Smith close in. Oh, Mark Vyers into the wall. Lap machine into the wall, trying to stay out of the way of the front of the field, and Osmond has arrived. He is right there on the rear deck lid of the 9 of Travis Smith. This is going to be a very highly contested next few laps. Whether it's for first, second, or third, these 3 drivers are not going to give an inch. Radford continuing to try to walk away from Travis Smith, but Smith not having any of it. Osmond has made his way through the field, but has not been able to deal with Smith just yet. Smith making that car as wide as possible while still trying to catch up to that 49 of Radford. Working our way around the track off of turn number 4, crossing the line to begin lap number 91 out of the 150 scheduled in tonight's official race distance, closing in on the 2/3 of the way finished in tonight's race. Little bit a handful of cautions, 3 or 4 to be exact, here tonight in the Virginia Adopt a Senior 2021 50 here in the RFC Light Electric Company Orca Menards K&N Series, live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Travis Smith jumping on out of the way. Guess he feels like maybe that 88 is just a little too fast right now. Maybe not wanting to deal with it. Maybe some tire strategy, possible fuel strategy right there for the 9 of Travis Smith, knowing he's got a bit of a gap back to his next competition, Brian Mescal Jr. There you see him about 7 to 10 car lengths off of Travis Smith. So Smith with a little bit of a bumper, maybe electing to not burn up those tires. Maybe saying, hey, Katie, you're fast, you go get them. Going to check back in through the field as we've got some battles brewing just behind Gordon Larson Jr., Thomas Light, Roy Hyde, Jimmy Hetrick. They're all battling for position down into turn number 3. Ooh, Hetrick up the track right in front of Dustin Ping. Lance Yancey in the 77 Pins oil machine just behind them. Double O of Roy Hyde trying to track down the 01 of Gordon Larson Jr. Not able to step away from the 98 of Thomas Light just yet. As we work our way around the track, lap number 95. Little bit of house cleaning yet to do here tonight in the Virginia Adopt a Seniors 2021 50. We started tonight's race with 24 drivers. We have still got 24 drivers out there on the track. We've still got 20 drivers left on the lead lap. Brian Littleton being scored the first car off of the lead lap. Back at the front of the field, hot and heavy battle beginning to rage. Osmond is there. Less than a half a second separate your top 2 drivers as they have slowly stepped away from that 9 of Travis Smith, but they have slowly worked their way into harm's way. Lap traffic in front of your race leader, the 10 of Melvin Young, struggling here tonight after some early contact in the race. He's going to move up the racetrack out of the way of your top 2 drivers. Radford clear, Osmond clear. Here comes the 9 of Smith looking to the inside as the 10 GoDaddy machine of Melvin Young goes up all the way to the wall and into the outside wall. Careful right there. Melvin Young trying to not make a bad situation worse for him and his 10 crew. Oh, bit of a moment. Radford off of 4. Here comes Osmond to the inside. Through turns 1 and 2, they battle side by side. Drag race drag race down to turn number 3. Osmond now with the advantage. Looked like that was fairly easy. Keep in mind, though, the tires on Osmond's machine about 30 laps fresher than Radford, so the advantage definitely in the hands of the 88 of Katie Osmond as he regains the lead here tonight. Only 2 drivers with the race lead all night long. That is your top 2 drivers as they run right now. Katie Osmond and Troy Radford sitting in second. Here comes Travis Smith. He's able to heat up. Radford, he's looking to take that second spot away. Radford beginning to recover just a little bit, but they have lost a ton of time to Katie Osmond. Osmond now out to a 1.3 second race lead over this battle for second between Radford and Smith. They continue to battle. Up the track goes Ray Radford. Down and around through the inside, Troy Radford, Travis Smith continue this battle for second. Back through the field, Roy Hyde, he's battling with the one of Dustin Ping. Ping on the inside. Oh, Hyde almost into that outside wall. As just in front of them, Gordon Larson Jr. made his way around the lap machine of Ray Radford. Now Dustin Ping, the 00 of Roy Hyde, making their way by as well. The 98 of Thomas Light. Big time maneuver to get by the lap machine. Oh, my goodness. I tell you what, race fans, this is about to get pretty interesting as there is a lot of drivers that are very close to being caught by our race leaders. Mike Messengill, Brian Snare, Damon Cox, after battling up in the front of the field, mired back in traffic, back in the 16th spot. He is just about a half a track in front of your race leader, and the time is going to go by very fast here as we have clicked off the laps very rapidly. Now lap number 107 out of the 150 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Katie Osmond continues to lead at the front of the field. Gonna go back check the front of the field. Your race leader, Katie Osmond. There you see him right there, center screen. Coming off of turn number 4, gonna cross the stripe, take a lap 109. As Troy Radford continues to battle with Travis Smith. There you see it, this battle not going away. Smith wanting the spot, not going away, not going anywhere just yet. And I gotta wonder how fuel is for some of these drivers. I do believe Katie Osmond should have enough to make it as he stopped about halfway through the race, so he should be good on fuel, but is he going to be really good on those tires? If we stay green flag here to the end, I'm not sure if anybody's really going to want to commit to a green flag pit stop just because the amount of time that you're going to lose. You're going to lose upwards of 2 laps here at Martinsville Speedway, just the half-mile track with the slow pace that you have to have on pit road, with pit road going basically all the way around this track. You lose a ton of time, a ton of track time down there when you're when you do decide to do a green flag pit stop. So look for these drivers to try to just manage what they've got for as long as they've got, and try to stay out there until they get or until they get that caution flag. I don't know, a few of them are probably out there screaming for one right now. Radford struggled for a brief moment there, about 10 to 15 laps. That 49 had a big-time issue out there. Looks like since the tires have kind of found a new life, as he's able to finally get control of the car on drive off keep that 9 of Travis Smith behind him. We'll continue to look through the field for some battles. There you see a battle back behind Travis Smith. That is Brian Mescal Jr. He's got Gordon Larson Jr. Dustin Ping now closing the distance. They're going to bring Roy Hyde with them as well. Roy about a second and a half back. There you see him just behind that 1 of Dustin Ping. And I tell you what, we haven't had a chance to do it, so we're just going to do some random ones here. Why not head down trackside? We're going to mute the mic for just a brief moment. Head down trackside, give you some of the great sights and sounds here from Martinsville Speedway. And caution flag flies here. Lap 122 out of the 150 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. We'll check this on the Turn 3 replay. Looks like maybe Jimmy Hetrick involved in this latest incident. We'll see if we can't track this one down. And not looking like we're able to catch that one for some reason. Oh, there it is. Contact, and then around goes Hetrick. Ooh, a lot of drivers involved with this one. A lot of drivers involved in this latest incident. A lot of drivers on to pit road. The entire field onto pit road except for the driver of that 24 machine, Matthew McMeekin. He's going to stay out on track. Oh, my. Oh, my. So as the field begins to work their way back onto the track, we're going to step away for a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. backtrack side after a brief commercial break. Field winding down the laps here tonight in the Virginia Adopt a Senior 2020 150 here from Martinsville Speedway. 25 laps remain. 24 when we go back. Green flag racing this time by Matthew McMeekin elected to stay out. Katie Osmond, fresh tire, starts to his outside. Drivers in the restart box. Green flag flies here at Martinsville Speedway. Osmond with a great start. McMeekin spins the tires. Travis Smith slotted into the third spot, looking to the inside. Now he's going to set his sights. Try to run down Katie Osmond as the field tries to make their way by Matthew McMeekin. Oh my goodness, look at this moving roadblock here down the front stretch as McMeekin forced to the top of the track. Field making their way by on the inside, and oh my, where is Troy Radford? Troy, after a pit stop, oh my goodness, back mired in traffic back here in the 11th spot. Look for him to be aggressive and make some moves here. You see him taking that spot away. He's going to look to try to make a few more passes here tonight. Caution flag flies once again as Mike Massengill. Oh, and Radford goes around. Oh my goodness. A lot of different things going on here, I believe. Melvin Young, driver of the 10 machine. I believe he was the first driver involved in this one. We'll go back again, see what this yellow flag was there. You see the 10 of Melvin Young out of commission. That 10. Oh, and oh my goodness. Oh my. It looked like the 10 out of commission was stopped on the track. Nowhere to go for the 4 of Mike Massengill, and Radford involved as well. Oh my goodness. Field makes its way back behind the Chevy Silverado pace truck. Your race leader, the 88 of KD Osmond. He's got Travis Smith, Dustin Ping, and Brian Miskell Jr. behind him on this latest restart. Roy Hyde will round out your top 5 in that 00 machine, and Troy Radford. Oh my goodness. Some contact, a little bit of damage to that machine, but still running, still out there on track, still with a shot at the race win. He'll line up in the 10th position for this latest restart. Oh my goodness, things are about to get absolutely crazy. Looks like Osmond gonna elect to take the inside. Field will get the 1 to go this time around. We will have 16 laps remaining when we go back. Green flag racing here at Martinsville Speedway in the RFC NEXTGEN Light Electric Company ARCA Menards K&N Series here in the Virginia Adopt a Senior 2020 150 from Martinsville Speedway. Man, oh man, it's been an exciting, action-packed night here on this famed short track. This paperclip never ceases to let you down when it comes to some great racing action, and we're going to have some great racing action to the finish of this one here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Thanks to each and every one of you out there joining us here tonight. If you haven't already, give these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell on the right-hand side. Green flag once again here at Martinsville. Osmond off to a great start. Smith gets away clear. He's going to slide in front of that one of Dustin Ping. Oh, in trouble behind the field. Gordon Larson Jr. goes around. Big time pile up in the back of the field. Oh my goodness, this collects a lot of drivers. Oh my, there you see. Oh my. A lot of drivers involved in this one. Gordon Larson Jr., Lance Yancey looks like the 19, the 98, the 24, 57, the 6, the 38. Oh my goodness, it's a who's of who involved in this latest incident, as we'll find ourselves back under caution once again. Katie Osmond, I don't want to say likes what he sees, but each time this caution flag flies, it gives him a little bit more of a breathing room here at the end of the race. And man, I tell you what, I try to let the drivers kind of stay to themselves as much as possible. But I tell you what, under caution here, let's see if we can't dial up one of the drivers out there. Let's see if we can't dial up and get them on the horn. Let's see if we can't find a way in to talk to your race leader, Katie Osmond in the 88. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep, I've got you.
Hey, bud. Hate to bug you and bother you, but, well, we're under caution. You find yourself leading this thing. You think you got what it takes on this restart to keep yourself in the front?
Oh, man, I sure hope so. It's scary right now. I've got, a bunch of great drivers right behind me who have the speed to definitely keep up with me. I'm going to do all I can to keep the lead on this restart. I'm just hoping to get this thing finished up so I can watch the end of this cup race.
I hear you. Well, my man, let's see if we can't get that sun drop machine into victory lane for the second time this season. Before we let you go and get ready for this latest restart, you want to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the side of that car?
Yep, sponsor, Ohio and Indiana Roofing Company. Teammates, Dustin's having a really great run right now with me up in third. I want to give a special shout-out. It's my grandma's birthday. She's in chat every single week. So, special happy birthday to her.
All right, my man. Well, good luck. Elbows up. All right, well, there you have it. Happy birthday, Grandma, out there in the chat land of things. Katie, wishing you well, wishing you a happy birthday out there tonight. He's going to try to bring this thing home for you if he can in a victory lane. If he's able to do so, that's going to be the second time he's able to do so far this season. And man, if he's able to do that, that is going to open up quite a big quite a big points lead heading in to next week, heading to the famed Lady in Black Darlington Raceway. And man, that is going to be a crazy wild one all to itself. Pace truck down and away, field ready to go back. Green flag racing. Osmond brings them out of turn number 4 to the restart box. Sundrop hits the gas and away we go. Green flag racing once again. Osmond into first, Smith slots into second, no harm, no foul. Field well and clear behind them. We stay green flag racing this time on this latest restart down into turn 3. Osmond continues to lead by half a car. Travis Smith right there. He's got Dustin Ping and his teammate Brian Mescal Jr. right behind him. Roy Hyde right there as well. Troy Radford all the way back to 6th now after that little bit of an incident, working his way back up through the field. An amazing job out there being had by Radford. Battle for the front continues to rage on as Travis Smith tries to get up there and tries to take that spot away. 8 laps remaining, 7 to go when we cross the line this time by. Oh my goodness, Osmond close to that wall on corner exit. He's able to keep it going in the right direction. As Ping begins to heat up, Travis Smith trying to apply that pressure to the driver in front of him, trying to get Osmond to make a mistake, not able to get him to do it just yet. As a battle brewing now just behind them between these three drivers. Brian Mescal Jr., Roy Hyde, Troy Radford. They battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Not going to keep you from it. We're going to go back up front with your race leaders. We've got 5 laps to go. K.D. Osmond works his way off of turn number 4. He's got Travis Smith 0.3 of a second behind him. Charging hard. Can he keep Smith behind him? And that is not the right graphic. I believe this one should be it. There you go. There you see the timing and scoring between your top 2 drivers. Travis Smith trying to make up some time, but Osmond has just barely been fast. Owen Smith with a big time moment there. That's going to move him out of contention. He's going to fall back into the 3rd spot now, looking to get back by the one of Dustin Ping. And oh my, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is all she wrote for the competition as the 88 of K.D. Osmond down into turn number 3. Once again, working his way off of turn number 4. Gonna come to the line. White flag here at Martinsville Speedway in the Virginia Adopt-A Senior 2020 150. Osmond down the backstretch into turn 3 for the final time tonight. Overalls and all. Osmond off of 4, crossing the line. Your race winner, 2nd time this season. That Sundrop Chevy Light Electric Company Arca Menards K&N Series will go to victory lane. Miss Linda, happy birthday. What a great gift. What a great way to finish the night off. KD bringing it home, put it in victory lane. What a birthday gift. Man, oh man, what a great race. What a great night. As we watch KD celebrate, burn it down a little bit. We're going to get things set up and ready to go for your post-race interview, so don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back. back track side once again, set and ready to go for your post-race interviews, getting all the screenshots, things of that nature lined up. Looks like we've been able to corral the driver walking away in the third and final podium spot out there tonight. Driver of the 9 machine, Travis Smith. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I can't complain. Got full of these red nasty hot dogs. Gonna regret that one later. How was the night in the car for you?
Well, for Martinsville, it's actually kind of clean. You know, I didn't see too much going on around me. I know it was happening out there with all the cautions and not, you know, but now for once here the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've been, I think, incident free for tonight. So that's big for Martinsville.
Well, my man, that 9 flip side machine looks pretty clean. How did you manage to keep the car as clean as you did in a short track race that seemed to have its little spurts of beating and banging?
I don't know. See, we all never qualify. You know, we go back and forth talking about we're going to qualify, and they're like, "Nah, let's come from the back." And it's pretty awesome to do that. You know, especially at a place like this. So we accepted the challenge. I think I started 19th, maybe somewhere around there, and just laid back the first couple of runs there. And on that long run, worked our way to the front. A couple guys got off sequence on some pit stops there, and we took advantage of that. And then we all equaled back out right there at the end. And let's see, I think it was Dale KD up there. He was setting a pretty good pace, and I was matching him. I thought was matching him pretty good on his lap times, just waiting on him to slip, and then I was the one that slipped off of 2 and let Dustin get by me there. I had nothing else for him after that. Just had to settle for 3rd.
Well, my man, walking away with a podium finish is nothing to hang your hat about. We go from a tough half-mile track out to another tough track, the Lady in Black, Darlington next week. So we look to see if you can continue the trend and walk away with a good finish there as well. So, Travis, before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the side of that car?
To the family for allowing me to do this. You know, I don't do it as much as I used to. I think this is only my 2nd start in this series, and haven't even been in these cars but the 2 races we ran. So it's kind of tough jumping in here. So I appreciate them. Let's see, Turn 3 Network, Dark Side Dave for keeping it real up there on the gas and talking trash in the booth, and Mason Dixon Motorsports and Dirty Air for letting me hang out with them tonight in the team speak so I wouldn't be lonely.
All right, well, there you have it. Some few final words from the driver walking away in the 3rd position here tonight, and that is going to lead us to the driver walking away in the 2nd spot here tonight, the driver of that 1 machine, Dustin Ping. How you doing?
Good.
Well, my man, you were having a great race pretty much all night long. You found yourself up in the top 3 towards the end of the race, and you were able to squeak by the 9 machine to walk away with the 2nd spot. That's gotta feel good.
Yeah, with all the bad luck season, it's kind of nice to finally get that monkey off my back, get a good finish, get all the points I needed. So if I can move up in points as well.
Well, man, does the fact that the only person that beat you out there tonight is a teammate, does that sit well with you at all? Does that make you feel any better knowing that your team was pretty much class of the field out here tonight?
No, I'd rather have a teammate win than anybody else. Just happy to get a 1-2 finish with Blackhawk Motorsports.
Well, Dustin, my man, once again, congratulations on a great finish out there tonight. Got one more question for you, though. We went from a tough, it's a little bit of a technical track here, Martinsville, with the breaking points and such, but we head to the Lady in Black next week. How do you think your shots fare at another very tough track?
Probably not so good. It depends on if I can keep it out of the wall on 3 and 4.
Well, if you're like me at all, I end up getting lost at Darlington, and people always say, Hal, you're on track, but I don't know. I get lost around that place. Good thing I get to call the action and not have to race with you guys. But once again, Dustin, my man, congratulations. Heck of a run out there tonight. Before we let you go, you want to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous?
Yeah, I want to appreciate my sponsors, Group, Actipa, this, and Blackhawk Motorsports, and Dale Osmond.
All right, well, there you go. Some final words from the driver walking away in the second spot here tonight. And that's going to lead us to the man of the hour, the man walking away with just his second race win of the season, K&N Osmond. Man, we talked to you right before that last restart. You were able to keep it at the front of the field and walk away with a race win. You've got to be feeling good.
Oh man, that feels awesome. I don't even know what to say. Yeah, that's an awesome win for me.
Awesome in quite a few ways, in my opinion, here for you, Katie. I mean, you walk away with a race win. So I mean, that's awesome right there. You win on your grandma's birthday. She's out here in the chat, so that's another added cool little deal to it. You and your teammate, first and second here tonight. There's another cool aspect. You also increase your points lead coming out of tonight's race. Man, can we go to the casino together, man?
I'm not sure they'll let me in, honestly. Not 21 yet. I can wait outside for you, though. Maybe I'll transfer some of my good luck to you.
What about scratch-offs? Can you buy scratch-offs?
Yeah, I don't have much luck with those, though, so you might want to call someone else about those.
All right, so scratch-off's not in the game with you. Lucky on everything else. All right, I'll put that in the book. I'll write that one on down. Man, it has been quite a season for you. Very consistent. As I said, only 2 race wins. Did you ever think that you were going to get this deep into the season and be sitting in such a good point spot with just 2 wins?
At the beginning of every season, I just tell myself, it's really not about the wins with this point system. It's just all about the consistency. And, I mean, I came in tonight with I think an average finish of 3.1 over the entire season. So, I'm super happy with 2 wins. I'm finally happy to, get one not at a super speedway. And, Martinsville is just one of those tracks where you get to show up with an awesome car and some really good skill. But, I'll say it again, just got to keep getting the top 5s, and I think I'll keep myself in the good position here for the rest of the season.
Well, my man, once again, admiring that great fire suit you got on. I'm not sure it's up to regulations, but we'll continue to let you win with it on. I might have to charge to keep showing this thing because I don't know, man.
You might have to warn that my in-car cam is for mature audiences.
We're gonna have to get you a fire suit, man. All this winning and all this running good, you gotta get yourself a better suit than that, my man.
I think it might be a good luck charm.
It might. Hey, you might have to keep it actually. Now that I think about it. Well, Katie, once again, congratulations on a great run out there tonight, walking away with the race win. Before we let you go and enjoy the night, would you like to give any more shout-outs, thank yous, thank anybody else on the side of that car?
Yeah, just again, my sponsor, Ohio Indiana Roofing Company. My teammates, again, Dustin managed to pull off a second there, so we finished 1-2, so that's an awesome night for Blackhawk Motorsports. And thank you for everyone in the league. It was actually a pretty clean race for Martinsville. I enjoyed it a lot. Thank you to the admins for running this entire night. They put in so much work. It's insane. And then Thomas Light for the series sponsorship.
All right. Well, once again, congratulations on your race win, and we'll look to catch up with you at the Lady in Black. All right. There you have it. Some final words from your race winner, K&N Osmond, visiting Victory Lane for only the second time so far this season. My goodness, I cannot believe that it has not been more than that. what a great night it has been once again here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Thank you for joining us here tonight. If you haven't already, throw these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side, get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And it looks like everybody beginning to do their end of day duties. So, looks like we're down to the nitty-gritty, down to the official things we got to get done. Your unofficial race results for tonight's Virginia Adopt a Senior 2020 150. Walking away with the race win, the 88 of Katie Osmond. Coming home in second here tonight, the 1 of Dustin Ping. Travis Smith gonna slide home in third. Brian Mescal Jr. walks away in fourth. Roy Hyde will round out your top 5. Your pole sitter and fast all day long, the 49 of Troy Radford walks away in 6th. The 98 of Thomas Light will slide home in 7th. 8th will go to Chris Medford. Matthew McMeekin gonna finish in 9th. And rounding out your top 10, the 80 of Brian Littleton. The 01 of Gordon Larson Jr. gonna finish in 11th. 12th will go to the 6th of Eric Blount. The 57 of Damon Cox gonna slide home in 13th. 14th will go to the 19 of Rick Reiner. The 77 of Lance Yancey will walk away in 15th. 16th spot goes to the 47, of Ray Radford. Jimmy Hetrick gonna slide home in 17th. 18th spot will go to Derek Robinson. 19th, Michael Mason Gill. Brian Snare slotting home in 20th. 21st, Cody Terry. Melvin Young in 22nd. Travis Arthur walking away in 23rd. Rounding out the field here tonight, the 3 of Mark Vyers. Big shout out to the title sponsor here in the RFC Next Gen. Arca Menards K&N Series, that's right, Light Electric Company. Big shout out to you for all that you do here in the RFC Next Gen. Light Electric Company, Arca Menards K&N Series here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. As I already said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here tonight. Miss Linda, happy birthday! Glad you could join us. Glad I could see you out there on the chat. Glad I see you when I see you each and every time I do see you. I know that probably got a little confusing and out there, but you understood it. I know you did. With all that being said, my friends, well, it's another great one. Stay safe, stay loved, until we see you again here on the Turn 3 Racing Network.